Hi, welcome to Avi's Kosher Kitchen. It's me, Avi, and I've got what I think is a great recipe. In fact, not just me, but my family and friends love this. So I'm happy to share it with you. First, as always, we're going to say L'chaim Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Borei Pri Hagefen. Whoa, that is so nice. This is a Secret Reserve Shiraz from our friends over at kosherwine.com. It's from the Shiloh Vineyards, Israeli wine, great stuff. And I know the winemaker myself, Amichal Nuri, he's actually a really big foodie as well. So check out their wine, it's really good. We're going to make an oven roasted herbed maple turkey breast. That's right. Sounds a little complex, but you're going to see it's really a lot easier than you think. I'm starting here with a beautiful turkey breast. Now this is half a turkey breast boned out. This is from our friends over at Whole Foods. Now, usually when you order the turkey breast from them, you can get it like you see it here as a half a breast, okay, boned out, or you can get it on the bone, which means you could roast it sort of like you would in a Thanksgiving situation, or take it off the bone and use the bones for something else. Or you could also order the breast in already in the net. So in other words, already tied up and ready to go. All you've got to do is season it, spice it up, and put it in your oven. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to take the breast, put it on our board. I put it on upside down. What I'm going to do here is, you know, you've got this nice sort of flap of meat here, as you can see. We're going to take first a little bit of salt. I'm using some nice pink Himalayan salt, just to be a little fancy. It's actually got some nice minerals in it from the Himalayan mountains. Okay, should I do like that, you know, I'm Turkish bracker, should I do that little Turkish salt thing? Nah, forget it. Not as good looking as he is. At any rate, little salt, little granulated garlic, okay? Always like to have the granulated garlic. It just always, just to me, kind of sets the flavor up nice. Now these are pastured turkeys, which means that they've been out living in turkey bliss out on the turkey farm, just running around the pasture and eating nice natural stuff and, you know, a little supplemental stuff, but all organic feed and really, really good stuff. And don't get pastured and free range confused. They're two different things. Free range, they got access, they want to go out in the outdoors. Pastured, they're out there. They're out there enjoying themselves. And that's what this guy did. Now, what I'm going to do here, that I've got a little bit of spice in it, I've got here it is, right in front of me. I've got a little bit of sauteed onions. Everything we're doing on this dish right now is going to be organic too, so which is kind of cool. The organically fed turkey, the organic onions. I'm just going to put some onions right inside here, okay? Yes, I know, I'm touching the turkey with my hands, and then the onions, I'm going to use all of these onions, so don't worry, they're going to get used and nobody's going to get hurt in the process. Okay, I've got here about a half a head of roasted garlic. I've got a recipe on my site here on how to roast garlic. Very easy, just cut it in half, put in a little bit of olive oil in a like a dish, and put it in your oven, 350 degrees, about a half hour until you smell the garlic getting nice. You can put a little za'atar on top of that, which is what I like to do. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. Just a little bit of the onion and the garlic. Now, it looks maybe like it could be a little sloppy now, but don't worry, because when we tie this up, it's really going to get cool. So now I'm going to take it, flip it over, and tuck everything in. See how that is? Just tucked nicely. Don't worry if there's any of these onions that stick out. We're going to just, I've got my my roasting pan over here, just put it right into there, okay? Now, on the turkey breast, the first thing we're going to do is tie it up. I've got some butcher's twine. If you can't find this in your local market or restaurant thing, just go to your butcher and just say, you got some butcher's twine in the back, and can I have about yay big, 3-4 feet of it? Okay, we're going to just tie it up. Now we tie a slip knot in here. So now you can see it's tied up nice. Now we're going to take a little bit of our pink Himalayan salt right up top, Okay, you could use kosher salt, which you know is always great on this. Okay, just a little bit light salt. Again, a little bit light granulated garlic right on top. Okay, and you're saying, okay, Avi, that's pretty straightforward. What's next? Okay, next we're going to make an herb rub for this. Okay, I've got my little food processor over here. I'm going to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. This is a nice organic extra virgin olive oil from our friends over at De La Rosa. Okay, we're going to put a little bit right in here. So we want to keep it nice and organic. I'm going to put just a pinch of salt, not too much. Now I've got here some fresh oregano, goes in. Got some fresh basil, we'll put that in here. And I've got some fresh sage leaves here, okay? Now, if you don't like sage and you don't want to use sage, don't use it, no big deal. If you want to put a little bit extra oregano in there, fine. You want to put some thyme in there, some rosemary, okay? All sorts of nice stuff you could do, okay? I'm going to drizzle a little bit more of this olive oil right on top. The olive oil sort of gives us a medium for all of the herbs to stick to. Put my top on right here. Let's go. Oh, whoa, if you could smell this. I know I say that a lot, but this is really like wafting in here. The aromas are unbelievable. All right, there we go. Take our blade out. Here is our herb mixture. Here is my previously tied up turkey breast. Here's my newly tied up turkey breast. Now, by the way, if you look here, I've got some onions on the bottom, just to bring it up a little bit higher onto the from the roasting pan, okay? This goes in here, just next to it. Now, any of these onions that fell out, just take them right on top, right in here. This is all pure flavor, just waiting to explode into this turkey breast. And you want to get all of that, okay? As much of that as you can. And again, remember, I know this is a kind of a greasy board. The whole thing's going in the oven. You're not going to have to worry. We're going to use all of this. So I'm just going to use my hands, dip it right in here, and we're just going to slather this right on top. Right on top of all this beautiful turkey breast. You want to get as much in here as you can. Anything falls on the board, put it back in the pan, okay? Don't be shy with this. This is really going to be great, and it will just glaze beautifully onto the breast. When you serve this to your family and friends, they're going to go, whoa, how'd you do that? That'll be our secret. All right, you can tell them. You can tell them, check me out, and they'll get this, and hopefully you'll make it more than once. Now, that's just on top, nice, right around everything. Now, we want to make sure that we take this out when it's done. We don't want to take it out and it's not cooked, it's undercooked, okay? So let me show you how we do that. What I'm going to do is take this baby. It's going to be a probe thermometer. Take it into the thickest piece here of the turkey breast, which is going to be right about in here. Just insert it in, just so we can get it right into the middle there. Okay, that's it. Now, this probe hooks up to our actual display screen right here. Just connects in here, and it's going to tell me right now the temperature of the inside of my turkey breast is 63 degrees. Okay, I've got it set to go off, in other words, sound an alarm at 145 degrees. Okay, now poultry usually want to hit at about 165. I take it out about 145 and I let it sit covered for a good half hour, 45 minutes. It keeps that temperature constant, and it's really a delight. Remember I told you the oven's at 225 degrees? Because I want to go low and slow. Keeps the bird nice and moist because it's a slow cook on it, okay? You don't want to get the edges all dried out and the inside is not quite done. This gives you a nice even cooking, okay? So let's put it in the oven, all right? The moment has arrived, the moment we've been waiting for, the moment where we get to see the turkeys, the herb roasted turkeys. Now, I got them up to temperature, like I said. I cooked them to 145 degrees internal, okay? Let them sit at 145 degrees for a good hour, okay? Just by controlling my temperature of the oven, taking them out. I threw the oven up onto broil, Put a little pure maple syrup, none of that junk, none of that artificial stuff, really good stuff. Just glazed it off in the oven just to give a little bit of a finish to the top. That was all, okay? If you wanted to use honey, no problem, go ahead and use honey. I just like that little bit of a sweet touch on the end of it to balance out the little bit of acidity that you have in the wine and some of the spicing and stuff like that. Hey, if you don't want to add that step, you don't need to. It's going to be great without it. Just a little touch I like to do. At any rate, here they are. By the way, this is the au jus, the drippings, the gravy that came off of this. This is, I haven't doctored it, I haven't done anything. This is just pure magic. This, my friends, is gold. Trust me. This on top of your turkey breast slices, open-faced sandwich. You hear what I'm saying to you? Just served nicely with some vegetables, potatoes in a very traditional fashion. This sauce on there, on this little gravy on some of those mashed potatoes that you might have, going to be unbelievable. Let's see what we did. All right, turn it around, and we're going to just slice just like so. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, look at this. Juicy, succulent, really, really coming out nice. You could see on the board how wet it is, just how juicy that is. You don't usually get turkey breast that juicy when you're doing a full turkey. That's why I love to do it this way. And you could slice it thin, you could slice it thick, however you want. This is really, as far as I'm concerned, a phenomenal, phenomenal thing to do. So I'm going to just let you know that, remind you actually, that if you don't want to go through this effort, you've got all these roasters from Bubby's Kitchen over at Cold Foods, the Amish Hearth, the Herb, the Smoking Bubby's Smoking Turkey, and Bubby's Smoking Hot Turkey. Okay, anyway, you got that. Of course, this phenomenal turkey breast, courtesy of Cold Foods, no antibiotics, no growth hormones, all pastured 100%, out there eating all sorts of great things and actually being fed organically and just living the life. We're going to say l'chaim as I always do to sign off, because I've got, between you and me, I've got a baguette going in the oven. I'm going to slice that open. Don't tell my wife this is what's happening. She's not here right now. And if she knows what I'm doing, she'll kill me. You're eating bread in the middle of the week. What are you doing? Okay, you know, stop it. But I got a baguette going in there. I'm going to make myself a nice little sandwich here with this, okay? Nice while it's still hot out of the oven. A little bit of this gravy on top of it. I am going to be happening, and I've got to get going on that. So thanks to our friends over at kosherwine.com. I'll be partaking in a little of this bottle here of the Secret Reserve Shiraz from Shiloh, and that's going to go wonderfully with this turkey. And I want to say l'chaim to everybody. So until next time, l'chaim.